Morning everybody, it is Wednesday the 1st of July. It's the first day of the summer school readathon today, which is created by Doris of All D Books. I will link the announcement video down below in case you haven't heard of it yet, because there's still lots of time to join in. I've just got up and I'm just getting ready for work, and I'll just show you what I'm reading. I've taken the dust jacket off because I don't like them to get spoiled, but I'm reading Breaking and Mending by Joanna Cannon. This is for my science prompt. Obviously, so Joanna Cannon is a doctor, but she's not practicing anymore, and this is about how being a doctor broke her and how she mended again. So it's a memoir. It's only about 150 pages. I only started it really late last night because I just finished Call Me By Your Name last night, and it was really late when I finished that, but I just wanted to read a couple of pages of the new ones. We've literally just started. So I'm going to make some smoothies for me and the kids for breakfast, make our packed lunches, and then go to work. Hi, it's now Wednesday evening and I'm back from work. It's 10 to 9 already. I've just had a shower, had my dinner and stuff. Gets pretty late when I've been at work all day. It's busy. So I'm just gonna have a cup of tea, have something sweet to eat, and edit my video freakout tag. I was just going to show you in the office. I'm just going to turn you round. So we've moved this rocking chair into the office. I really wanted a little reading chair, but then we realised that we have the rocking chair, which was in my son's bedroom, and I'm just going to sit in it now. It was in my son's bedroom. I used it to feed both the children in when they were babies and toddlers, and I've spent so many hours feeding in this chair that it has a lot of sentimental value to me, I guess. And it's really comfy and it rocks. And last night my husband was in the office working, and I just came and sat in here as well and read my book. So that was nice. So anyway, gonna go and edit the video now. I may see you later, but maybe the morning next time I check in. This has turned into more of a cooking video than a book video. So this is linguine with courgette cream sauce, and it's going to be topped with these veggies here. So that's what we're going to have for tea. It's the weekend for me now. I've just finished work, which is awesome. I've been doing chores throughout the afternoon just to get them out of the way. I'm just going to have a drink, have my dinner, get the kids to bed, do some reading and something creative, I think, to wind down. Hi, it is Thursday evening and it is late, 9:30. Just finished editing a video or uploading a video from yesterday, and I've just watched a little bit of BookTube. Oh, I did a bit of calligraphy. So I'm learning how to do calligraphy on Skillshare because I've been going mad with a lack of creativity, and I'm forcing myself to be more creative again because I'm such a creative person. I hate not being creative. It's a time thing. So I'm making myself and I'm loving it. So when I say making myself, I mean I'm making myself make time. So I did that. I've just done my leg exercises for the day because since running I've been doing loads of leg exercises trying to avoid as many aches and pains afterwards. And I'm reading Breaking and Mending by Joanna Cannon as my maths challenge. Ooh, hold on. As my maths challenge. So Breaking and Mending is pretty hard going so far. So it's a memoir of Joanna Cannon, who wrote The Trouble with Goats and Sheep and there's something about Elsie. Sorry. The Trouble with Elsie? No, The Trouble About Goats and Sheep. You know what I mean. So yeah, 3 things about Elsie. I think that's the title. So anyway, so she wrote those books and she is a doctor, but she doesn't practice anymore. This is her story of basically burning out and getting better. I'm in the burning out bit. So she's talked through med school. Yeah, I think she's still at med school, actually. Yeah, but well, I don't know actually, because she sort of flits about in time. There's some quite shocking stories in here, even for me, who's been through all of that stuff. You know, as in the training and junior doctor and Lala. It's not a happy book, and it's PMS time. So, yeah, probably wasn't the best choice. But I didn't really want to read another fiction straight after Call Me By Your Name because I thought it wouldn't match up. So that's why I chose non-fiction. So I'm going to carry on reading now. I'm looking forward to getting to the mending section, not the breaking section. And I'll check in later. Hi guys, just checking in for the first time today. I've been totally rubbish at vlogging this week. I'm obviously out of practice. It's just after lunch on Friday. Today I went out for a run this morning. I managed to do 6k, which is the first time I've got to 6, which I'm really proud of myself for. Then by the time I had a shower, washed my hair, I did a bit of cleaning, I made lunch, then I went and picked up my little girl from school. She finishes at lunchtime at the moment on a Friday. And here I am. So I made a bit more progress with breaking and mending. So I'm halfway through now. I'm hoping I'll be able to finish it by the end of today. So she is still at med school. I wasn't sure last time, but she is still at med school, and she she's found it hard not to get too attached to people. And so, like, for instance, when she sees somebody have a cardiac arrest or something like that, she then starts looking at their personal belongings and wondering who they were and who their family is and what kind of life they had. And she notices things like that they had a book they hadn't finished on the bedside table, or you know, she looks at their glasses on the table or stuff like that, and she just kind of gets really sort of sentimental. I don't mean that in a horrible way, but she gets really sentimental, and she attaches a lot of emotion onto those kind of things. So and she sort of keeps referencing the fact that that is what made her lose the plot, basically. So yeah, that's what her main issue seems to be. And, you know, building up too much of a rapport, too much of a bond with her patients, that she's clerking in and stuff, and then being really devastated if something happens to them. So you have to get, like, it's sort of a skill, I guess, you learn as you go through, to be attached enough that you care, but not so attached that it makes you feel full of sadness and grief and stuff, because obviously you can't feel for people in the same way as you would people in your real life at home and stuff, because then you'd just be sad all the time if things kept happening. So, you know, there's ways of coping with that, and we often use quite sort of dark humour, I think, to sort of help ourselves cope, and camaraderie and talking to colleagues if a certain thing affects you, because obviously things affect you, obviously, and there's certain things that certain people that I'll remember, and there's certain events which happen that have been traumatic, but I'd say that's the minority, not the majority. And you do get attached, you know, to people in a way, but you have to remember that it's like a working relationship, not a real life relationship. So that's where she's at. So she's just graduated as a doctor, and now she's gonna do a couple of years of foundation training, and then she'll be doing specialty training in psychiatry, because I know that's what she started doing. So yeah, so she started med school the year after me, so I don't know how many years she was actually practicing for, but yeah, so that's that so far. See where the rest of it takes me. I'm going to try and read now. The kids are watching a film, so I want to try and get a little bit of reading done before tonight. So yeah, before I have to start cooking tea and all that stuff. So I'll check in later. Bye. Here are a little bit rustic white chocolate chip, peanut butter and banana vegan cupcakes. Oh yeah, so I've just finished Baking and Mending by Joanna Cannon. I enjoyed it. Wasn't my favourite medical memoir that I've read. I just had a few. I really enjoyed like the patient anecdotes that she had, and it did make me kind of well up at one point as well. And I thought the stories she told about sort of the difficulties of being a junior doctor were very apt. You know, there's definitely things in there that I could relate to. She's a different kind of personality to me, but obviously that doesn't mean I can't relate. But the thing I found disappointing is she really sort of found her niche in psychiatry, and she very much said about how she'd found her place, and she was really enjoying her psychiatry job, and it went up to F2, I think, which is like the second year after qualifying. But then she stayed as a doctor for 4 years. There's obviously another, sorry about the wobbly camera, there's obviously another couple of years after this, and she doesn't explain like what happened or why she left medicine in the end, or, you know, did she become disillusioned with psychiatry? So I had some questions which I felt were left unanswered, because I ended up thinking, well, did I get it wrong? Didn't she actually leave? And I had to like look it up, and she did leave since 2014. And she's obviously now a hugely successful writer, which is great. And I look forward to reading her 2 books, because I've got them both, haven't read either of them, to see like how much of her character that I've got from here shows up in her books. But yes, I think I'd probably give it a 3.5 stars. Like, I think if I wanted to, you know, comparing it to Adam Kay, which is also obviously the sort of distress of being a junior doctor and leaving, Adam Kay's book really did top this one for me. But I think that was more because I got him a bit more, like his humour, like the kind of gallows humour that we all, or that I use with my colleagues, is like there's always been a coping mechanism for me, and she is much more sort of a overthinker, sad, worrying kind of character. So yeah, when I say sad, I mean like emotionally feeling sad, not as in a mean way. Yeah, so anyway, so that's that one. So that is my science prompt ticked off. I think, I haven't decided 100%, I think I'm going to read The Secret Garden by Frances Hodgson Burnett next, which is my English literature prompt. I'm tempted to buy it on the Kindle. I've got a physical copy, but it's only 99p, and sort of tempted to do that, because then I can make the font size what I want and stuff. So yeah, I shall see, but I'm going to sign off now, and I'm going to check in tomorrow. Night night. Hiya, it's just lunchtime on, or just after lunch on Saturday, and I've been reading The Secret Garden by Frances Hodgson Burnett. I'm really enjoying it. It's just as good as I remembered it when I was a child. So it's about Mary Lennox, who's living in colonial India and pretty much on her own because her parents aren't interested in her at all. She has a servant who she calls her Ayah, and she's basically waited on hand and foot. No one ever says no to her. She has no discipline, and her parents die in an outbreak of cholera, and she's sent to Yorkshire in England to live in a mansion with her uncle, who is a recluse who she's never seen. And she has a servant called Martha, who is more like sort of a motherly figure to her rather than a servant. And she basically is given nothing to do, so she has to go out in the garden. And she finds a garden that she can't find an entrance to, and she finds out that this garden was her uncle and his wife's garden, and they did it together. And then the wife fell off a tree branch and died, and so the garden's been locked up for 10 years, and no one knows how to get in or where's the key. And that's so Mary's sort of fascinated on how she can do it, and she's becoming more inquisitive, less lonely, less sort of sullen. So I'm really enjoying it. I'm finding the racism difficult, obviously, because Mary grew up in India, and the Indians are referred to as the blacks in the book, and they are insulted quite regularly when they're being talked of. They're talked of as being heathens. I think once they might have been called subhuman, which is just so shocking. And you know, the people who are often saying those things have never even met anyone from India or even come close to meeting someone, so how they can make such judgments, I don't know. And you know, I hate colonialism so much, and you read, you know, people being called that by people who don't know them, they don't know their culture, and they've just come and taken their land away and treated them as servants. Just disgusts me. But you know, taking apart from that, the actual children's book is a real great story. I'm just seeing when it was written. It doesn't actually say. I'll have to look it up when it was written. I'm not sure, but yeah. So that's it so far. We've been for a walk in the country park nearby, and I'm just going to do a little bit. The children, oh god, my hair looks like a little bird's nest. The children are watching a film. And so I'm just going to try and do a little bit of art while they're doing that, so that I get a bit of creative time. And yeah, check it later.
Sandals and my flip-flops. Hentai.
Hi, it's Sunday lunchtime. Again, not very good on the vlogging front. I'm just over halfway through The Secret Garden now. I'm still really enjoying it. And I love sort of the way that it talks about the magic of being outdoors and gardens. Hi.
We got a crisp.
Okay.
They're yummy.
So yeah, this morning I've just been really doing chores, cleaning, done a little bit of reading, and now I'm going to make lunch. When my husband gets back from golf, I'm going to go for my run. Hello, this is just another day of me saying I'm really sorry I didn't vlog anything. I'm hiding out in the bathroom. It's 8 PM, I was going from work and had my food, put the kids to bed, now I'm going to have a shower. And then, yesterday I was determined I was going to finish The Secret Garden, and then I didn't, because I watched too many episodes of Dear White People on Netflix, which I love. It's one of my favourite shows. Check it out if you haven't seen it. And then I didn't finish it. It got really late, and so I'm definitely going to finish it tonight after I've had my shower, and then I'll check in with my final thoughts. Hey, I still haven't read any of The Secret Garden. I just watched a little bit of booktube while I did my leg exercises, and now I thought I would show you. I got this today in the post. It's a complete surprise. So this is a vegan gift box, which my best mate sent me as a surprise, which was really lovely. So I thought I would unbox on here so I can see what's inside. So it comes in this lovely like green tissue paper wrap. So inside we have vegan pomegranate heart fruit gums. Ooh, sour cream and onion baked cashew nuts. A cacao chocolate, chewy chocolate oaty bar. Dark chocolate creamy marzipan dream. There's so much stuff in here. I'm so amazing. Like no other, I like this one. Extraordinary milk chocolate alternative. Pete's salted caramel chocolate squares. A mixed berry oaty bar. Ooh, good. Cacao flavoured Trek protein bar. White nougat crisp bar. Raw chocolate brownie. My favourite chocolate of all time. Vigo chocolate with hazelnuts in. What's this? Classic rice chocolate, which I never had before. And a bag of oven baked corn peanuts. Like, how cool is that? There's so much stuff, like, amazing. I can't believe how much cool stuff there is in here. And I really like the name of the company and the packaging. So it's called The Goodness Project, and I'll be checking them out and seeing what kind of company they are. But I was just really excited. I'm going to do an unboxing, and I'm going to pick a snack now that I can eat while I finish the book. Hey, so excuse me, I've finished The Secret Garden. I ate my snacks, not all of them obviously. I ate like one packet of salted caramel little square things. They're really yum. Secret Garden, so I gave it 5 stars. It was super cute and nostalgic and whimsical and innocent, and really loved it. What was I going to say? The ending is different to how I remember. I don't remember exactly what happened before, and I was really like, oh, I liked the sort of references to magic with a capital M, which was cool. It sort of brought in like spiritual dimension / religion, but without calling it that, which I thought was a really good way of doing it. So yeah, I really enjoyed it. And I'm not sure, I think next I'm going to read Natives by Akala, which was my I can't remember what Doris called it, but the kind of extra credits where you research a topic that you want to learn more about. So I think that's the one I'm going to read next. I'll decide when I go to bed, but I want to read something completely different. I don't like reading stuff which is similar. And now it's probably time I should go to bed, but yeah, it's 10:30. But I'm gonna watch another episode of Dear White People first. Good morning. It is a Tuesday morning. It is about 10:30. I just got back from my run. So today I did a new kind of run. I did with the Nike running app. I did a speed run. Which was fun. So you do like a warm up, and then you do a minute of running at sort of a fairly quick pace, and then you do a minute of sort of slow down again, and then another minute of running, and then like the last minute you just give it everything. And it was really fun. I really enjoyed it. It was like really different from doing a really long run, so I enjoyed it. It was cool. But then I didn't turn around quick enough at the halfway point, so then I still had like 2k to go when I finished, so I had to do another 2k. But it was fun, and I'm gonna have a shower now and wash my hair, and then I am gonna get some reading done today. Hopefully, I started Natives by Akala last night. I started reading just the first chapter because it was quite late when I went to bed, and it's really cool. It was really like my style. I really liked it, so looking forward to getting on with some more of that today, and I'll see you later. currently is late on Tuesday night, and I'm reading this, which I'm really enjoying so far. I haven't got hardly anything read today because I've been looking after the kids and doing the school run, going for my running and all that kind of stuff. But so far I've only just read the first chapter. This is basically about the author's experience of growing up in the 80s, his experience of race, and talks about a lot of events that were in the news, and how they were handled, and also talks about like different things in sports, and he talks about the class system and the Windrush generation. So that's all the kind of stuff that's been in it. It's quite like a political history as well, which I'm really enjoying. So far it's awesome. I'm looking forward to reading some more. Hopefully, I'm at work all day tomorrow and I'm on call, so I don't know how much I'll be able to read tomorrow night, but we shall see. So that's the end of my first week of the readathon. So I've done, what's it called? Literary arts, which is English, literature and language for me, and I have done science, and this is my research book. So yeah, I will sign up for week 1. Hope you enjoy watching, and I'll carry on next week. Bye.